कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So thank you so much. And when this topic was given to me, I was just wondering that how will I inspire people. And since Gaur Purnima is coming in, I thought that maybe through Gaur Leela, I can be equally inspired also. We understand that Gaurangera Madhura Leela Jara Karena Pravishla Hridaya Nirmala Bhelo Tara. By hearing the pastimes of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, this consciousness gets cleansed, and the heart becomes so much purified, not just by hearing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, but it's said that Kathayanchan Smite Ye Yasmin Dushkaram Sukaram Bhavet Vismritam Vipashriti Sat Sri Chaitanya Namamitam. Srila Krishna Kaviraj Goswami, actually he says that कथयंच स्मृते ते यस्मिन् दुष्करम सुकरम भवेत. Just by remembering Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whatever is difficult to obtain becomes very simple. And what is difficult to obtain for all of us, it's actually Krishna Prema. And whatever is very simple becomes very difficult. The simplest becomes difficult when the Lord is forgotten, and the most difficult becomes simple when he is remembered. So, this is the power of Smaranam, Gaur Smaranam. Therefore, Acharyas have said that we use all our senses in the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Krishna. Says Manare Kaha Gaur Katha. Mind, why don't you speak Gaur Katha? Just keep on speaking your Katha, keep on hearing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And by doing so, by doing Shravanam and Kirtanam, this heart gets cleansed by remembering Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is why whatever is difficult becomes simple by just remembering Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that Jai Gaurangera Nama Loya Tara Hoya Premodaya. If someone just says, the names of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Ha Gauranga, 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 Tara Hoya Prema Uday. Krishna Prem will just rise in that particular person's heart, and Tara Mui Jaya Balahari. Narottam Das Thakur says that, I will say, oh, glory to that. I'll say, congratulations to that person who's taking, Gauranga Mahaprabhu's name in this dark age of Kali. Because in this dark age of Kali Yuga, Gauranga Mahaprabhu has very kindly appeared, very mercifully appeared. He's saying, Srila Krishna Kaviraj Goswami, in his Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says, अनर्पित चिरं चिरात कारुण्यवर्तिन कलौ समर्पयितुम् उन्नतोज्ज्वलो रसं स्वभक्तिं श्रियं हृदयपुरत सुन्दर द्युति कदम्ब सन्दीपा सदा हृदय कन्दरे स्फुरतौ वा सचिनन्दना. So see, this verse actually, if you'll remember, this verse was actually composed by Srila Rupa Goswami on the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when he's saying that, Anarpita charim chirata karunyavarti kalaho. So out of karuna, out of a very kind compassion, or you can say magnanimity, kalaho, in this age of Kali Yuga, Mahaprabhu has taken avatar. And he has taken avatar, but what has he come to give? He has come to give an anarpita. Anarpita means something that was not given before, or something that was not given even for a very long time. so if it is, it's like it is said that in the day of Brahma, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu appears. Now we know the calculation of Brahma's 1 day, and of course he lives, 311 trillion and 40 billion years. So that is 1 day and 1 night of Brahma when you put together. That time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears. So the Dwapar that Krishna appears is the same Kali Yuga that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appears. So we can do the maths that billions and billions of years have passed since the previous Gaur avatar, and the last Gaur avatar was just 500 years ago. So that's the greatness of we who are born in this era, and we are so fortunate that we are sitting on this big mountain of fortune, and of course who has created it? Krishna has created this fortune, and we're fortunate because Krishna made us fortunate. He let us appear in the same Kali Yuga as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he's saying Dhanya Kali Yuga, Dhanya. This Kali Yuga is considered Dhanya. It is very auspicious. It is more auspicious than Satyuga also, because in Satyuga you have to sit in the middle of the forest for thousands of years and sit and meditate, one pointed attention and one pointed meditation. And it is described that Brahmaji performed 60,000 years of meditation like this, and still he did not attain the goal. So he did that tapasya for another 60,000 years. So 1,20,000 years. For that, he wants to even become a mountain in Barsana to get the dust of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. So Brahmaji, he's saying that दुरातापास स्वजन सुखमरत कोटिम सर्वेषु साधना वेरेषु सुचिरं निराश वर्षतमेव सहज अद्भुत सौख्यधर श्रीराधिका चरण रेणु महम स्मरामि. See what our acharyas have written, that durat pas swajana sukha mart kotim. They're saying that give up this attachment to our near and dear ones from a distance, because if we go very close to them we will not be able to give up the attachments of our relatives. So दूर से ही ये आसक्ति को क्या करना है, नष्ट करना है. And durat apas swajana sukham artha kotim. One should try to overcome this particular attachment and get attached to the right person. So, point number one is that firmly believe that there is nobody in this world for you. It is only a matter of time that this Kala Chakra will move everybody in different, destinations, and there'll be nobody for us. Like we all are we can all question also that, when we were small, where were our friends that we played with in school, or, in junior college or in undergrad, and where are they all today? They're gone, right? So they all get married, they settle, they have their children, they have their jobs, and this, everyone is moving according to their own uh, on the river of life. Everyone's moving helplessly like pebbles. So there's nobody, there is absolutely nobody for each other. It's only Krishna. So therefore one should try to overcome this attachment in this world. Of course, not physically, but mentally, externally at least. Antare nishtha karo, bahir lok vyavahar. Externally we should speak to everyone very nicely, and we should help, but in the mind we should not accept anybody to be us except Radha Krishna, Guru Gauranga, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We only belong to, these people. So externally, for Loka Vyavhar, okay, yes, somebody's husband, wife, children, brother, sister, daughter, son. But in the heart and in the mind, we do not belong to anybody. And nobody belongs to us also. Even they don't belong to us. And the second point is Sukhamarata kotim. So we should pray to Krishna that I do not want anything, no material joy. I don't want anything from you. Whatever I need, you have given me, Krishna, and you are doing my Bharan Poshan. You're maintaining me. I don't need anything extra from you. Internally we should be praying to Krishna, that selfless desire to just serve Krishna, that desire should be igniting into our hearts again. And the third one is sarveshu sadhana vareshu suchiram nirasha. So the essence of all sadhanas, the highest point of all these sadhanas is suchiram nirasha. We should be surrendering, we should be chanting the holy names of the Lord in complete surrender. Of course, our next session will be on diving into the deep, divine, holy names of the Lord. So, if you see in Vrindavan also, they say that वर्षन्ते मा सहज अद्भुत सौख्य राधा भिदन दिव्य निधनस्ति श्री राधिका चरण रेणु महम स्मरामि. This dust of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, such a high possession, and it is so dear to the heart of Lord Brahmaji, Lord Shiva. They get ready to give up their planets, they are ready to change their forms, they are ready to change their even services also. Brahmaji, who is the first living being, from that first living being uh, in the creation, as the creator, he wants to become four hills, and he's ready to stand in Barsana, in the heat and the cold and the storm, just to get the dust of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. So the point is this Braj Raj, the Charana Dhuli, this is the possession of all the Vaishnavas. And the attraction of Krishna increases to the, or you can say that the attraction of Krishna increases in proportion to the understanding of Srimati Radharani. Therefore, we can see so many devotees in Vrindavan. They perform Dandavati Parikrama, they offer obeisances in Braj, bowing down before every temple, every deity, and this whole body is soaked in Braj Raj, and they will not dust it also. So, somewhere else, if something happens, we'll just dust it. But, we're so fortunate that this dust is the greatest fortune for us, because um, even in Mahaprabhu's Leela, we see that, Brajras was sent between the Vaishnavas as a gift to everybody. So in Gaur Leela also we are seeing. So we can see that all these instructions or shikshas have been given by us in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela or Gaura Leela. And those who are residing in Navadvip they are remembering Jai Sachinandan. By singing the glories, they become purified. And see, if you see in Satyuga also, in Satyuga it was very difficult. Brahmaji, had to meditate. And even Brahmaji, to become a hill, there was so much of austerity. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga, you know, Krishna Kaviraj Goswami says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Kaviraj Goswami says, Patra Patra Vicharanam na kurute na swam param ikhte deha deha vimarshanai ekala pratiksha prabhu. Patra 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 apatra vichara nahi sthana nan. So, there's no qualification seen, whether qualified, disqualified. The floodgates of the holy names have been the greatest gift given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this greatest gift to the people of Kali Yuga. And this is only Rag Marg. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not come to give Vidhi Marg, but a Rag Marg. So when we are performing our some services, you can say, see what is Vidhi Marg and what is Rag Marg. Like when we are performing some sevas out of sense of duty, that I must do it, it is my responsibility, shastras have instructed me, or if I don't do it I'll go to hell out of fear, or if I don't do it, these desires will keep on coming out. Or if I want a son, or whatever I'm lacking, if I do bhakti, I will get it. Or if I've committed a lot of sins, I'll perform bhakti, karmani nirdahati chu bhakti bhajam, all these sins will be burned to ashes. I don't have to suffer, so that is why let me perform bhakti. So there are many, many reasons, or I have got this human form of birth, out of gratitude, let me perform bhakti. Then still the point of Vidhi Marg is there. We are doing it out of some sense of responsibility or duty. But we can see sometimes we are sitting and hearing some Hari Katha, and suddenly, some from outside, some Bollywood song is being sung and all. And our samskaras are so strong that, we immediately, our ears, they immediately jump to relish that song outside the window. Immediately our ears are over there. So when we say that, out of spontaneity, something you want to hear immediately, so that is actually rag. Means what? When all our senses, without any calculation, they go or run towards Krishna, or they are finding that, they're finding the katha of Krishna, or they are finding the names of the holy name. So then that is actually Rag Marg. Rag means very spontaneity. And Mahaprabhu came to give this only special gift, to be attracted to Krishna with all our senses. Anarpita charim chirat karunya kalaoho. So he's saying, although we can find, Mahaprabhu's associates are in all different, some in there, some are in Sthai Bhav, some in Dasya, some in Sakhya, some in Vatsalya, some in Madhurya in Vraja. And then there are some associates who are even outside Braja, that they're from, the Aishwarya conception of Vaikuntha. We have, Murari Gupta in the mode of Hanuman, and we have Haridas Thakur in the mode of Prahlad Maharaj and Brahmaji. And so all these associates are there, and Mahaprabhu came to nourish the mood. But what was the gift actually Mahaprabhu came to give, is Samarpayitum. Samarpayitum means what? That Arpayitum means not to offer, but Samyak Rupena, Sampurna Rupena, complete offering. Samarpayitum, to completely bestow. And what did he come to completely bestow? This Unnat Ujjvala Swabhaktim Shriyam. He came to give this Madhuri Rati in this world, so that, means Madhuri Rati means this special gift of the glories of Srimati Radharani's maid servants. And this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he came to give. Samarpayitum means to give, not partially, not conditionally, not artificially, but completely unconditionally. He came to bestow this Unnata, the most highest, or the most respectful, the most, can say, reverential Ujjwala Rasa. Ujjwala Rasa is actually Madhuri Rati. This conjugal mood of Radha and Krishna, spring, and in that also, Swabhaktim Shriyam. So when he says that bhakti, it is referring to actually Srimati Radharani, and Shriyam is referring to seva. So service to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, who is the queen of Braj Mandal. And this is the greatest gift Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, we will nourish whatever, mood we have. But if in Gaur Leela, somebody is like, Anupam Sri Vallabha, the brother of Rupa and Sanatan. So he is in the mood of Ram Bhakti. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nourished that. Murari Gupta was in the mood of Ram Bhakti, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nourished that. But he personally came to give this Unnat Ujjwala Rasam, and that too from the side of Srimati Radharani, as a mood of the maid servants of Srimati Radharani. So that is called Kinkari Bhava. It is said that तस्य पाररससारविलासमूर्तये आनन्दकन्द प्रेमाद्भुतसौख्यं किङ्कर्यमे मम जन्मनि जन्म स्यात्. So acharyas have said that this Mahaprabhu has come to give this gift. And what is that gift? This Kankarya Bhava, service to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. And when Mahaprabhu comes to me, it's like, for example, if Mahaprabhu wouldn't come, Yadi gaur na hoite, tabe ki hoite, ki mone dharin tam dehi, Radhara mahima, prema rasa sima, jagat jane te ke. If it is not for Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sri Sachinandana Gaur Hari, the glories of Srimati Radharani would not have spread in this world. Of course, there are so many acharyas who speak about Radharani, but Mahaprabhu, he came to give something very, very special. And he came to give this Radha Dasyam. We will say that, okay, our acharyas speak about Radha Dasyam also, and but what is the speciality of Sri Sachinandan Gaur Hari? Sri Sachinandan Gaur Hari, he came to give this Dasya Bhav, this mood of the maid servants of Srimati Radharani in Parakiya Bhav he came to give. In the sense that there are devotees, there are acharyas who speak about Radha and Krishna. And because even we find in the Nimakacharya Sampradaya, we find in the Vallabhacharya Sampradaya, the Pushti Margi. So I'm from the Pushti Margi Sampradaya, but of course now into the Gaudiya Sampradaya. But so many acharyas have come and spoken about Radha and Krishna. But there are those who speak more about Krishna. There are those who speak about Radha and Krishna. And there are those who speak about Radha and Krishna, but from the side of Radharani. So Mahaprabhu came giving this mood of this maid servants of Srimati Radharani from the side of Radharani. And this is the most, you can say, sweetest part of Golok Vrindavan. Prem na naam adbhuta artha shravana patha gata kasya namno mahimo ko veta kasya vrindavan vipinna madhuri isha pravesha ko va janati radham paramasa chamatkara madhuryam seemam eka chaitanya chandra parama karunya sarva mavish chakra. So there are three gifts actually Mahaprabhu came to give in this world. The first gift he came to give is actually Premna Naam Adbhut Arth Shravana Pathakat. He came to give actually the chanting of the holy names. And by chanting of the holy names of the Supreme Lord or Krishna, then you get Krishna Prema. And secondly, he came that Kove Takasya Vrindavan Vipinna Mahamadhuri Isha Pravesha. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he discovered, he installed, he excavated all these lost places in Brajam. You may have heard, please mute yourselves. Sorry, I'm just in a very, okay. So, what was I saying? I lost it.
Second point, Vrindavan.
Yeah, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he discovered, he installed and excavated all the lost places in Brajamandal. And you may have heard, of a very great acharya by the name of Narayan Bhatta Goswami. So Narayan Bhatta Goswami, he wrote a book called Braj Bhakti Bilas. And Narayan Bhatta Goswami was very instrumental in excavating and, gifting this world many wonderful places like the Kusum Sarovar or like the Chandra Sarovar, the Mansi Ganga, the Charan Pahadi, Kameshwar Mahadev. There are 333 Leela Stalis, and they were single-handedly discovered by Narayan Bhatta Goswami. And who is Narayan Bhatta Goswami? He's an incarnation of Narad Muni, who was the disciple of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So he was Gaudiya, and so Mahaprabhu, through his six Goswamis and many more, Loknath Goswami, Bhugar Goswami, Narayan Bhatt Goswami, he gave this gift of Braj Mandal. That's the second gift Mahaprabhu actually gave. So the first gift is Radha Krishna Prema Prapti, attaining Radha Krishna Prem through chanting of the holy names. That's one. The second is through the Goswamis, and through his followers, he opened up the Braj Mandal for everyone. And not just that, each place was named according to that Leela in that place, and Mahaprabhu gives a chance to enter these Leelas. And so he opens Brindavan outside for the eyes and opens Brindavan in the heart for the sadhaka. Kova janati radham paramaras chamatkara madhuryam simam ekash chaitanya chandra param karunya sarvamavish chakara. Mahaprabhu gifted this world with Radha Nam. Radha Roop, Radha Gun, Radha Leela, Radha Tattva, and the service of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. It's so very beautiful. So, Ekash Chaitanya Chandra Paramakarunya Sarvamavish Chakara. Srila Prabodhanand Saraswati Thakur has said that apart from Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who else in this 14 planetary systems can give this wonderful, wonderful gift? And Mahaprabhu taught this world the spontaneous love for Krishna with complete attraction, not out of duty, not out of fear, not out of desire to fulfill any material desires, but just serving Srimati Radharani and Krishna and being attracted to their beauty, being attracted to their beautiful qualities, being attracted by their pastimes. And there's one verse I just remember. एतान्नाम विभूषणं बहुतं वेश्य शिशेरालं वक्त्रं द्वित्रिविशेषकान्ति लहरी विनस्य धन्यधरम् शिल्पैरल्पधयम् आगम विभे शृङ्गार भङ्गिमयम् चित्रं चित्रम् अहो विचित्र अहो चित्रं विचित्रमहा. He says that etan nama vibhushanam bahumatam vishesha alam. So Krishna's face is so beautiful. Vaktram, that Param Padam Bhushanam Bhushan Anganam. Krishna's face is actually you can say, the ornament of the whole creation. Um, Janmartya Leela Pukem Swayog Maya Balam Darsheta Grihitam. So, if you see in Srimad Bhagavatam and even in Chaitanya Madhya Leela, also this verse has come that there's a conversation between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Sanatan Goswami. It says, Param Padam Bhushana Bhushan Anganam. The essence of all the verses, is like everyone wears some ornaments, and to ornament themselves. But Krishna, when he wears the ornaments get ornamented. Sakhi he Krishna Mukha Dvij Raj Krishna Vapu Simhasane Vasi Rajyasane Kare Sange Chandane Rasam. He's saying that Krishna's face is the king of all the moons. Krishna sits on the throne. He is ruling over his kingdom by, surrounded by the assembly of moons. And then he's saying that Dui Ganda Suchikana Jani Mana Sundar Sundarapana Si Dui Purna Chandra Jani Lalate Ashtami Bindu Tahate Chandra Bindu Se Ek Purna Chandramani Kar Nakha Chandera Hasta Vamsi Upar Kare Nata Tara Gita Murali Tana Padanakha Chandra Gana Tar Kare Naratananupurera Dhvani Yargana. So he's saying that Krishna is the Krishna. Oh, you can say Krishna's face is the king of all the moons. Krishna Vapu. So body is full of moons. The face is full of moons, and who is sitting on the throne of the neck, and he governs this whole society, the whole kingdom of the moons. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains that Dui Ganda Suchikana Jini Mani Sudarpanaham. So Krishna's face has two wonderful shining reflective these cheeks, and these mirror-like cheeks, they are radiating effulgence, they're shining. Say Dui Purna Chandra Jani. Dui means two cheeks of Krishna are full of moons, and they are like money. Sudarpana. Sudarpana means they're shining like glowing gems. They're like mirrors. They are performing, shringar of their own body. And Lalate Ashtami, Indu Tahate Chandana Bindu, on Krishna's forehead, there is a half moon. There is one half moon, okay? And Tahate Chandana Bindu. So, say eka Purna Chandra Mani. So, Krishna's forehead is like a half moon. Okay, this half moon, you can say. Okay. And Krishna's Chandan Tilak is full moon. So, moon 1, moon 2, moon 3. Okay. And this whole face is one full moon. And Krishna's Lalate Ashtami Bindu. Krishna's forehead is like half moon. So you have 4.5 moons. And then he's saying that, Mahaprabhu is counting. So the 10 fingernails that are there, fingernails, and then 10 toenails. So 10, 10, 20, and 21, 22, 23, 24.5. Okay, so Mahaprabhu describes this. So Karanakh Chandra Hata Vamsi Upar Kara Natatara Geeta Murali Tana. So these 10 fingers that are there, they're singing and they dance on the flute and they sing through the flute. The sound of the flute is the song of the 10 moons, and they're dancing on the holes of the flute. And similarly, the 10 lotus feet nails, who are the moon, the 10 moons of Krishna's lotus feet, the foot nails, they are also singing and dancing. They're dancing, and the sound of their singing and the sound of the ankle bell is going all the way. So, one, uh, that all these, four full moons, and apart from the 10 fingernails and 10 toenails also, that's 24.5. And then they all are singing and dancing, and the king of these 24.5 moons, Krishna's face, who's sitting on the throne on the neck and governing this whole society, the whole kingdom of the moons. नाचे मकर कुंडल नेत्र लीला कमल विलासी राज सतता नचया गुरु धनु नेत्र बाण धनुर गुण दुईकन नारी मन लक्ष्य विंदिते तया. He says that this king of the moons is always enjoying and singing, and and with the other moons. The king of moon is Vilasi Raja Satata Nachaya. He enjoys music and dances. And what is he doing next to him? He has two ministers. He has ministers who are ears, and they are holding the pearls of the chamar. Chamar means, the fan. So the king is sitting on the throne of the neck. These are his two ministers, the ear. They are having the white pearl earring, which are like, white chamar, whisk going, in both the sides. And this Raja, this king, he's enjoying Velasi Raja Satata Nachaya. He's making everybody dance. In this Vilasi Raja, he's having Leela Kamala in the hand. He's having a lotus flower. And at the same time, what is he doing? He is hunting. What is he doing? He's hunting shikar. See, if it is a king, the king likes to hunt. Okay. So now for hunting, what do we need? We need a bow and an arrow. And you need a forest. So therefore, if you see, Krishna's eyebrows are like the bow, the eyelashes are like the string, the eyelashes are like the string. And so this is the bow, this is the arrow, and this Raja, he uses the eyelashes as the string, and he is arrowing, or with the glances of his arrows, he's throwing arrows at the innocent pet animals of at the hearts of the Brajvasis. तो अपनी नयन कटाक्षों से वो जो है वो बाणों के तीर मार रहा है. He's shooting from end to end. All the innocent Brajvasis, you can say innocent deer like Brajvasis, they are all falling dead by just glancing, by the glance of Sri Krishna. Vilasi Raja Satat Nachai. He's enjoying and he's hunting with his glancing arrows, with the eyebrows, bow and string, his eyelashes, and in Chaitanya Charitamrita, this has been so being attracted to the beauty, the same face of Krishna. And Bilava Mangal Thakur also is saying that Etan Nama Vibhushanam Bahutam Vishesha Sher Alam. All others are wearing ornaments to ornament themselves. But when Krishna is wearing the ornaments get ornamented by Krishna. So, Veshaya Sheshir Alam, his form is like the rain, filled, like a monsoon cloud, filled with that, full of water. So, when Kavi Karnapur, in his Alankar Kaustubh, he's writing that should I compare Krishna's beauty to rain cloud, which is blackish blue, freshly formed monsoon rain cloud, or should I compare Krishna's form to a floating blue lotus in the Yamuna of his pastimes, or should I compare Krishna to be the self effulgent Ujjwala Neelamani blue sapphire stone? Or should I compare Krishna's complexion to the tamal tree who's standing with his arms ready to embrace the Gopas and the Gopis in the form of his arm like branches? And he's there, like dancing like a tamal tree in the forest of Braja. What should I call your complexion? Your complexion can give a complex even to the rain cloud, because while your dhoti is yellow, and dhoti can give so Krishna's dhoti can even give a complex to the sun, the setting rays of the sun. So the lightning hides after some time, and seeing the effulgence of Krishna's dhoti, Veshaya Sheshir Alam. Krishna, what ornaments do you need? You don't need any ornaments. You're the ornament of the whole world. And at the same time, he says that Vaktran Vaktran Dvi Tri Vishesha Kanti Lahari Vinasya Dhanya Dharam. Krishna, your form is like Triveni. Tri Vishesha. Tri means three, Triveni Sangam, it has so many colors. Sometimes Krishna is called blue complexion, and sometimes Krishna is called black. And in Rasa Leela, Krishna is sometimes called green in complexion, Markatamani, the green emerald. So this seems to be a like very mystery of Krishna's complexion. It seems like what is Krishna's exact color, like. So Bilva Mangal Thakur says Dvi Tri, you have many types of colors, and naturally Krishna's bluish, blackish, but then in Rasa Leela, Krishna's complexion becomes green in color. And the acharyas have said that Madhuram Madhara Bimbe Manjulam Mandahase Shishiram Amritanande Stilam Dishtipate Vipula Aruna Netre Vishurtam Venunade Marakata Mani Nilambalam Alokyanu. So Krishna's complexion is compared to green complexion. Why? Because Krishna is never alone. राधा चिंतनिवेशना यस्य कांतिर्विलोक्ता श्रीकृष्ण चरणं वंदे राधा लिंगंतम वग्रहम. So Radha and Krishna, they are playing hide and seek, both. Okay. So Radha and Krishna, when they are playing hide and seek, they're uh, the see, the hide and seek playing is externally also and internally also. So externally, they are always hiding, है ना? And because when Krishna sees Radharani, he hides, and Radharani sees Krishna, she hides. and at the same time they both are, hiding, and they're hiding their bhav also from internet. So Krishna is hiding his bhav. Krishna cannot show his bhav. Radharani cannot show her bhav. And if Radharani shows her bhav, then Jatila Kutila, they will get agitated. So if Krishna shows his bhav, then the cows and calves and the friends and Balram, everybody will get little insecure. Of course, transcendental, because Krishna will leave them and go to Srimati Radharani. So Krishna will say, no, 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 I am Gopal. I know I am always with the Gopals. I am not Gopi Pal. I am Gopal. I am protected by the Gopas. So I am Gopal Vamsa. And I don't know the Gopis. Even when Radharani sent one letter to Krishna, Krishna told Madhumangal, oh, I am brahmachari, I don't read any letters like this. So Krishna is hiding his bhav and Radharani is hiding her bhav. So externally they are playing hide and seek, but also their bhav, their devotional moods are also playing hide and seek. Yet at the same time, it spills out somehow. You know, it comes out eventually, and you cannot see, of course, but but they cannot hide their bhav for a very long time, and nothing remains secret. Krishna is hiding, but when his cloth becomes colored by his bhav, therefore, who is in the heart of Krishna? Srimati Radharani, and her complexion is that of Krishna's dhoti. Krishna wears a yellow dhoti, and her complexion is tapta kanchana gaurangi. So Krishna wears, takes on the inside color, and when he is thinking about Srimati Radharani, the external color of the dhoti, and Sri Radharani's color, but the bhav he's taking, and he becomes actually golden in color. So, and when Radharani is thinking of Krishna in her heart, her sari becomes blue. Neelambara dhara Radha Pitambara dharo Hari Jivanena Dhanya Nitya Radha Krishnam Gatir Mamaha. So not just that, they are playing one more level of hide and seek. Actually, Radharani is hiding in Krishna's heart. Krishna is hiding in Radharani's heart, and they are hiding in each other's heart. Their bhav is also hiding. They are also hiding, and they are very playful. So Krishna is never alone. He's always with Srimati Radharani, and when Radharani is constantly thinking about Krishna, what happens is sometimes uh, uh, she also becomes golden, and Krishna becomes bluish black complexion. But at the same time, when he is thinking about Radharani, he becomes golden, and he becomes Gauranga Mahaprabhu in this world. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. And so when Krishna is alone, he is bluish black. But when he is thinking about Radharani, that only bluish black becomes golden. But then when he is walking with Radharani, he is bluish black. And Radharani is golden. So when you mix golden and bluish black, or colors of blue and yellow, then what is the color that we get? We get a green color. So that is why in Rasa Leela, when Krishna is dancing with Radharani, and Shukdev Goswami says, Markata Mani Neelam Balam Alokyanu, that Krishna is dancing in an emerald green complexion. So only those who are, Muhura Rasika Bhuvi Bhavika, they understand, by mixing colors you get the result, what result you get. So Krishna is already bluish black, and the resultant is green, which means that there must be some content of yellow or a golden flash of lightning. So you don't have to say that you understand. The yogis also understand, the dhyanis, but Parikshit Maharaj over there, when he's sitting with Shukdev Goswami, they have no clue why Krishna is, green in color, green in complexion. So then, uh, it is said that Lavanyamrita dharaya tad upari snana na lajja shama patatita paridhanaha. Radharani is putting on two garments. One is the upper and one is the lower. The upper garment is like pinkish in color, and that is her affection for Krishna. And the lower garment is black silk sari, which is actually her shyness. So Bilu Mangal Thakur says Krishna's form has many colors, and Krishna's lotus feet are also, Triveni Sangam. Triveni Sangam means we know that the mixing of Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. And when Krishnaraj Kaviraj Goswami is actually narrating this, when he says that uh, Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati. So because see, if you see, Ganga is whitish in complexion, Yamuna is blackish in complexion, and Saraswati, which is reddish in complexion. So if you see Krishna's lotus feet also, the upper part of the lotus feet is like, the blackish flow of the Yamuna, because that's the, Krishna's soft part of dark complexion. Then underneath the reddish sole is the Saraswati, which flows as a reddish complexion. And so that's the sole of Krishna's lotus feet. And Yamuna, flows in a black complexion. So that's the upper part. And then the effulgence of Krishna's toenails that are there, the white toenails that are emerging, emanating effulgence. So you see that, and uh, this reddish part of Krishna's, lotus feet, that is representing Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati, that's the Triveni Sangam of the lotus feet. So now to be attracted to the lotus feet of Krishna, Sri Bilvamangal Thakur says that Krishna's lotus feet is also having Triveni Sangam. Just like the lotus feet has, the lotus face has moons, the lotus feet has a Triveni Sangam, Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati. And Krishna's lips are also like the bimba. Uh, he says that Muhush chumbitam bimba rakta dharamye. And his Bimbala lips are bringing in the Saraswati content. So the Yamuna of Krishna's complexion with the Ganga of Krishna's, even white is the teeth, Ganga is the teeth, right? And the reddish part is the lips. And that's how he says that Vaktram Dvitri Vishesha Kanti Lahari. So the streams of waves of this lustrous complexion are there on that Krishna. You have so many ornaments who get ornamented, and Shilper Alpadhyam uh, Shilper Alpadhyam Agamaya Vibhav Shringara Bhangi Mayam. So what can I say, Krishna, what can I say about your effulgence, your form, and the Krishna Varnam Tvisha, a Krishna. So he is not dark, he is a fair complexion. So that is why Shri Rupa Goswami, he names his book as Ujjvala Neelamani, means the sapphire stone, which is blue, but it is Ujjwal, it is effulgent. And Krishna's form is like a crystal. So crystal, for a certain reason, that when you take a rose in front of a crystal, then that crystal starts becoming reddish. Now, by that color of that rose, so depending on the, the devotee who comes in front of Krishna, the mood that is there, Krishna starts reciprocating according to the bhav of the devotee. So if someone comes like a lotus, then it's like a lotus. And if someone comes like a rose, then it's like a rose. And if someone comes like a jasmine, that's like a jasmine. Ye yatha ma prapadyate tam tating bhajamyam. Krishna says, uh, like, when Rupa Goswami is writing this, purpose, he's comparing Krishna to this blue sapphire. And that is why he says that see, before Ujjwala Neelmani, no, he had written this book called Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. And he's saying that this bhakti is Rasa Amrita Sindhu. It is the ocean of nectar. And when you dive into this ocean, you can keep going inside and inside, more deeper and deeper, and swimming in, and and this Radha Krishna bhav, Radha Krishna seva, bhav is actually the start of the desire to serve. But the last line, when he says, uh, Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sada Jena Bhasi, he can drown in the ocean of Radha Govinda Prem. So he's saying that let me start from the service, parikiya, uh, or the service to the Brajavasis or to the maid servants. And when this love becomes completely paripakwa or mature, then will this prem will arise. And then one will drown in the love for Radha and Krishna. So that is why this Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu, dive into the nectar of devotion, and the ocean of devotion is so nectarian that you will feel like going more deeper in, and more you want to swim, and you will see that I haven't reached anywhere. So it is dainyata. This is humility. You might think that, oh, I'm diving so much from so many years, I'm in bhakti, I'm diving, but I'm not reaching anywhere. So this dainyata is there in the ocean of bhakti. One feels that, I have not swung at all. I have not gone anywhere so far as, swimming is concerned. I haven't swam anywhere. I am so, you can say fallen. I'm just like a fish. I'm still on the surface. So, this Braj Prema and this Braj Prem that is there in the hearts of all the Brajavasis. And that is why, if you see that mm, the more one goes deep, you can know that he himself does not know much. He's more humble. He continues to swim in that ocean of bhakti. And the more he dives more deep, then there is an oyster, and then that oyster opens up. And what is that oyster? That oyster is called actually Braj Prem. And when you open it, the Ujjwala Neel Mani is there in that, because in an oyster you have a money. And there's the self-effulgent blue sapphire touchstone called Sham Sundar. He's waiting with Srimati Radharani to, embrace all of his devotees. So therefore, um uh, when we speak about Krishna's complexion, not from the point of Brahmajyoti, but from the point of uh, Krishna's Sham Sundar form or effulgence in Braja. And then, there are many other things also, of course. Krishna's Kripa Kataksh is there, and, many other things. Adharam, Madhuram. Vallabhacharya also says that when he's describing, he starts with Adharam, Madhuram. There is a reason why he starts with Adharam, Madhuram. He could have started with Vadanam, Madhuram. He could have said that he could have said with something else also. But he starts with Adharam, Madhuram, Why? Because Vallabhacharya, he's writing all these things in Gopi Bhav. He's describing Krishna from the Paksha, from the side of the gopis. And that is why he's saying, Prartham tu gurum pujya tatastaiva mama charanam kurman siddhim apnoti hi anyatha nishpalam bhavet. So first we should offer dandavats to our Shri Guru. Otherwise, nishphalam bhavet. All our bhakti will be fruitless. Guru bhakti sada puryat. It is said that one must perform Guru bhakti first. We should worship Guru and then worship Krishna. So they're describing Krishna, the gopis, and Vallabhacharya ji is writing Madhurashtakam. So gopis are describing Krishna, but before that, they must describe their guru. And who is the guru of the gopis? The flute is the guru of the gopis. It is the Krishna's lips who is the guru of the gopis. And because from there is the flute sound, which is the mantra diksha that comes. And after the mantra diksha, the gopis are leaving their homes and they are going to the Gurukul, which is the forest of Braj. Just like, the disciple must serve the Guru uh, in whatever proximity he is and serve according to the desire of his Guru. So, similarly, uh, Krishna's uh, uh, consider that Krishna's lips flute to be Guru, and the sound of the flute is like a mantra diksha. So, getting that in their ear hole in the middle of the night, these gopis, they leave their homes and they go to the Gurukul, which is the forest of Braj, to serve their Guru Sri Krishna, and therefore the lips are Guru. Vallabhacharya says that he starts with, that is why adharam madhuram, my Gurudev is very sweet, and then he says vadanam madhuram, describing who is Krishna. So Krishna's complexion, his face, his lips, his smile, and how sweet is his smile, and his flute. And that is why, if you see, he's Krishna creates a Venu Gita, the sweetness of Krishna's flute. And from every from Krishna's flute, so many shlokas are emanating, and everybody is getting mesmerized, everybody is getting intoxicated, and everybody comes running towards Krishna. The moment the flute, Krishna plays on the flute, immediately everybody, उनके मनों को हर लेते हैं, and everybody comes running towards Krishna. So of course there is a lots to say, but when we say that, getting attracted towards Krishna through the holy names, getting absorbed in the pastimes, and then we can have attachment towards Krishna. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult. So the first attraction towards Krishna will be actually through the holy names of the Lord. And the more you absorb, see, actually, when we say that I want to increase my spiritual mental absorption, but there are habits that we need to cultivate. So there are 64 regulative principles. Then yad anudhyasanam, by contemplation, bodhayantas parasparam, or being in association with other devotees, developing some shastra chakshu to see the world, memorizing some Vaishnava songs or shlokas, and then there is praying by begging. Actually, when you beg for service, you repent, you keep on requesting for shelter, then all these positive thoughts will actually get us more closer to Krishna. And that's how our attraction, our absorption, our attachment to Krishna will keep on constantly increasing. Or else what will happen is that we might just be in this material world. We might be in, and we might, you can say that you will be with the devotees, but you are not with the devotees. So uh Shukdev Goswami, he says that uh, uh, anybody who wants that attachment, his gati, or his speed towards Krishna should be, accelerated. And that is why this attachment and absorption, they are closely very connected. Because see, once we are attached, then we will definitely be absorbed without doubt. So mother is very naturally attached to a child, and even though the child may be in school or office or wherever, but she's still absorbed in the thoughts of the child. So we don't allow our mind to wander even for a minute. And if we allow, it will become so powerful that we will be, consumed by this mind's dictation, which is, completely disastrous for a devotional service. And that is why uh, taking the association of the devotees is the most important. And like Ramananda Raya also actually has said that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, what is the biggest, distress for a person? He's saying to be not be in association of devotees. So I thank His Grace Ramachandra Prabhu for kindly inviting me in this forum and helping me to purify myself. If anybody has any questions, doubts, queries, you can definitely ask me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, for Mataji, for this wonderful session. Definitely everyone can have any questions, put it in the chat or any, definitely again, raise your hand. Give me 2 minutes, Mataji. Definitely you have explained like beauty of Krishna and glories of Lord Chaitanya very nicely, and how we have to really get attracted to holy name and cultivate, our attachment to them. So give me 1 minute for short announcement, and then we can take questions. So we have, as every Wednesday, we have Wednesday Sangha. So we have this Wednesday Sangha with Krishna Rupa Mataji, and next Wednesday also Mataji is speaking with us. So again, we have this opportunity again with her today, and next week on Wednesday Sangha, same time. And this Sunday we have His Grace Dhruva Prabhu coming to our center. So he also bringing his deities. We'll have prayers and offering to the Lord Nrsimha. So this in person. Please do not miss this Sunday program. So also we have weekly Bhakti Riksha's every Friday in different locations. So if a devotee are interested, this homely environment association. So please let us know, and we can definitely connect you to different leaders in that association. And also we have Bhagavad Gita reading every Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. to 12:15. So if you have any time, any days, you can join and recite some verse and translation. And also we have every day morning, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. You can join anytime, do some chanting with some devotees for our sadhana. That also an opportunity. And also we can visit our ISKCON calendar. We can get all our Ekadashi, fast breaking, all the information you can get from here. So thank you very much. And also tomorrow is Ekadashi. And as we know, the time is very, very limited for tomorrow. No, the next day, the fasting break. Tomorrow is fasting for Bijay Ekadashi. You can get over here. The fast break actually is very limited, 10:24, 10:22 to 10:24 a.m. So very short time. So we can get the details over here also. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. If anybody has any questions, you can raise the hand or you can put in the chat. So I'll start with a question, Mother. Definitely, we all want to get some attachment, for Krishna to the holy name, but it becomes very difficult. The attachment to this material energy is very tough to get out. Now we promise we have that vow. Okay, Katham. From today I'm going to, really dedicate. I heard this wonderful class. You have the spirit, and the next moment, it's already gone. So how to push that consistency? How, devotees like Ramananda Rai, all these acharyas really have that dedication, living everything fully focused on Krishna consciousness. How can really we inspire and keep that energy, keep up?
Prabhuji, thank you so much for this question. So there are some key practices, for attachment to Krishna. The first key practice, which we all are doing it very nicely, and the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is helping us, steady the mind, increase the love, and but there is a regular study of scriptures also. So see, regular reading of Bhagavatam and the Bhakti Shastras is building the knowledge of Krishna's nature, which is inspiring us to surrender more and more. And when we are studying these Shastras, then we are putting it into action also. Like when I'm studying Karma Yoga, then I say, okay, I have to offer all these fruits of my karma to the Supreme Lord, all my possessions, and So then this particular act will transform mundane life into spiritual life. If somebody is not offering all the karmas, the fruits of all the karmas, then still, it's into a mundane life. And with that, then when we are praying, when we are chanting, we are developing a relationship. See, the 2 hours that we are actually chanting is actually an investment. You can say on a daily basis, we are making investment for developing a relationship with that person uh, whom we have lost. Like, and because we have forgotten our lost relationship, Krishna remembers us, but I have forgotten him, and I have forgotten him from millions and millions of lifetimes. So in one lifetime, how is it possible for me, to actually get attached to Krishna? So this is a very slow and a gradual process. And when I am chanting, I am in the mood of submission to the Supreme Lord. So when I'm chanting, I'm actually saying that, I have a connection with you. You are a person. Sometimes a chanting also becomes very impersonal. So when a chanting becomes personal, like I remember when I was doing Bhakti Shastri in 2006, one of my teachers, Mahapurush Prabhu, I'm sure most of y'all must be knowing him. He said that chant with Krishna on a daily basis, write some affirmations, that tomorrow I will chant with Krishna in the mood of his servant, or tomorrow I will chant with Krishna in the mood that what can I offer to you today, or tomorrow I will chant that what is that one thing which is very dear to me, and then I would like to offer it to you. So, in that mood, when we chant with Krishna, every day giving that offering, then you develop that, very personal relationship, that loving sentiment that Krishna is my friend, Krishna is my son, or I am the servant of Krishna in any bhav. So, practicing that presence of Krishna in our daily life, recognizing him that he is the taste in water, and among the mountains he's, so and in the association, of course, we must try to spend time with the devotees or some spiritual mentors to strengthen our faith. See, one thing is there that every person should have compulsory a spiritual mentor, a personal mentor whom he can identify with very easily, or who can reveal his heart very nicely. You can say it's a shiksha guru or a guide, you can say that way. And then uh, you know uh, when we're doing all these things, like when you're reading the shastras, when we are chanting, when we are offering our karmas, the fruits of our karmas, we are practicing that presence of Krishna, associating, and uh, bringing in that need for bhakti inside. And also, even with that, developing a relationship with Srimati Radharani also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Radharani, and strengthening that relationship, that devotion which Radha has, that if I do not recognize that Radha's love for Krishna kya hai, what is that love that Radharani has for Krishna, then becomes very difficult. So recognizing also that selfless love that Radharani has for Krishna, that I also want to have that same love for Krishna. Of course, this will take time, but it is only that we need to keep on going and not breaking that particular vows that are there of Krishna consciousness. And that is why, if you see, Srila Prabhupada has given us very simple vows. They're not very difficult vows. They're not something, torturing yourself. It's just you're playing, you are, you can say that you are regulating your mind, which is the most turbulent thing in this whole creation. And when you regulate the mind, then automatically the mind will hear to our dictations. So, when Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that from me only comes remembrance and from me only comes forgetfulness. So, what is my desire when I'm desiring a particular, or when I'm actually giving up to a particular sense object? So, what I have heard previously from Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Okay, so do I just come to that particular desire, or I remember Krishna's instructions? So forgetting that, this is not good for my Krishna consciousness, and remembering that I have a permanent relationship with Krishna. Externally, Krishna only gives us that forgetfulness and remembrance. And internally also, Krishna is guiding us that, okay, I have this desire that I don't want to succumb to this sense object. Okay, so Krishna is helping me to remember that, see, you have a connection with me and you forget this sense object. So, externally and internally, Krishna is helping us. But uh, the desire or the free will lies with me. And how I utilize my free will actually decide my destiny, Prabhuji. Uh, Prabhuji, does that answer your question?
Yes, Mataji, definitely. A lot of detail. I was just making notes on the class, definitely. And also, Mataji, somebody was asking, although three A's, what are the three A's that you have mentioned to repeat?
Yeah, so it is attraction, absorption, and attachment. See, uh, when you are attracted to the holy names, then you become absorbed. And when you become absorbed, then you become attached also. And then it goes into a loop. Again and again, you get attracted, you become absorbed, and then you become attached. See, attachment means only what? On a daily basis, you are trying to chant the holy names of the Lord is the attachment. The attachment to the instructions of the spiritual master. And when we say attraction and absorption, because the mother is attracted to the child, and that is why she's very absorbed. So the Krishna's name is all attractive, right? So when you get attracted, then slowly and gradually you'll become absorbed also, absorbed in the pastimes, then the form of the Lord, the qualities of the Lord, the pastimes of the Lord, the names of the Lord, all these, from attraction to absorption to attachment, that way.
Thank you very much. Anybody has any other questions? Any devotees?
There's one more in the chat box.
So there is one devotee asking, is there a need to introduce Bhaktamal discourses in ISKCON to deepen meditation of Krishna's reciprocation with his devotees?
Yes, we have so many examples of Krishna's reciprocation with his devotees. Krishna's Bhakta Vatsalta, there are so many pastimes of Lord Jagannath, there are so many pastimes of Lord Narsingadev, there are so many pastimes of Krishna. We can definitely, you can introduce.
As I mean, it's really very deep topic actually I've touched on today. So a lot of philosophical topic for a very deep, very deep topic, Matsi. And Ramchandra Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Very nice class. Thank you so much. You recited so many verses, beautiful verses. Can you share some examples of how you memorize these verses for the benefit of everybody?
Actually, I had asked this question to His Grace Amarendra Prabhu. So if you know, His Grace Amarendra Prabhu also left, right, center. Then I had asked this question to His Grace Radhesham Prabhu also, who's my very great inspiration. He says that whatever you're reading, that moment only you start memorizing. That's what they told. And then the Sanskrit to the translated text, you can just start memorizing them. And that's where and Sanskrit language has always attracted me somehow or the other from school times. Like I love this language, Sanskrit. So that's how whenever I'm reading something and I find it very nice, I immediately that moment I start memorizing it. And then I might go around telling 2, 3 people also about that same shloka. So it becomes a revision also for me. And that's how we, develop reciting so many shlokas. as such. See, in ISKCON, most of the shlokas we know. Many shlokas we know because we've been hearing it from the speakers again and again. And that's how many shlokas I memorize those shlokas only just by hearing. So maybe, even in case if we also try to hear a shloka or a two and just try to memorize it, maybe one shloka a day memorizing will be like 365 shlokas in a year. And that's how we can, memorize these shlokas as such.
Thank you.
I love memorizing shlokas. I that's like, that's one of my this, deep this that I love memorizing shlokas.
Would you
Yeah.
mind sharing how you came to Krishna consciousness?
Yeah. So the first time when I came to ISKCON was 1990, and it was an Ekadashi day because I had gone to from Pune, I had gone to my uncle's house for a vacation, summer vacation, and it was Ekadashi. So my mother had called me up. In those days, we had landline. So she called me up that don't eat anything without you go to the temple and take darshan of the Lord. And she says, find out any Krishna temple over there. And then I told my uncle that I want to go to a Krishna temple. So he actually took us to Juhu temple. And the moment we entered Juhu temple, I was thinking that I am in Vaikuntha. Of course, I didn't know. I had just heard some descriptions and some discourses when my grandmother used to take me to some satsang programs in the evenings. And they used to describe, so some I had heard. And I was thinking, wow, this place is like just, heaven, Vaikuntha. And there was the kirtan going on. And Prabhupada was sitting over there in his Archa Vigraha form. And when I saw Prabhupada, I was so mesmerized seeing him because I thought it's a real, person sitting and exactly right bang opposite to Lord Krishna. And I was thinking he's so fortunate that he's sitting over here so exactly in front of Lord Krishna and he's not even blinking his eyes. I was in 10th grade that time. He's not even blinking his eyes and he's so much absorbed in the seeing the beauty of Krishna. And because we come from Pushti Margi, so we are naturally attracted to Krishna as such, in the at least the form, external form of Krishna. And I was thinking, so nice. And all of a sudden, my spiritual master, he happens to come, he offers obeisances, and then everybody is taking the dust of his lotus feet. And even I happen to take the dust of his lotus feet. And still I'm seeing Prabhupada, and appreciating. I said, and the first desire that came from my heart was that you please bless me that the devotion that you have, even I get that devotion. At that age of 15, that was my first desire. I specifically very much remember that, what devotion you have for Krishna now, please give me only that, me also that same devotion for Krishna. And the way you are seeing Krishna very continuously, even I want to take darshan of the Lord on a daily basis. That was the first desire. And I think after a couple of years, actually, we came into Krishna consciousness. We had a Namahatta program just near my house, which was going on for many years, but we didn't know. They had come to our society, and that's how we entered into ISKCON. And even when Pune temple, the first time when I entered, it was Gaur Aarti going on that time. And the Lord was wearing red colored dresses, which is my favorite color. That time now it keeps on changing, the colors keep on changing. And I think, wow, this is so beautiful. And again, the first desire, the same desire came from, I wish I can see you daily. So, of course, my house was pretty near the Pune temple, and then I happened to regularly visit after that, like as such. So that's how. And then we came, then that very same day, my mother introduced to us to His Grace Prem Nidhi Prabhu, if you remember. He's from Chopati temple, but he was there over there. And he happens to be a Gujarati, and then he spoke to us for, I think, half an hour in length. And that's how I think we got knocked off with, Darshan Prasad, devotee association, and that's how we came in Krishna consciousness. And the whole family came in Krishna consciousness in one go.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Mataji. And I was relating the same incident with Amarin Prabhu. I asked the same question actually when he visited my home. how to memorize verses. Actually, he said that if you even invest, if you can do one day of verse, you can just imagine a whole year how many verses you can do. Even 1 week, you would memorize one verse. How much you can, like, the information you can have. Definitely wonderful, wonderful part of that. And same experience with Prabhupada actually when I've been to ISKCON Temple. Prabhupada Murti, I thought, like, this old man is not even moving. Like, he's like meditating to tomorrow. Even I never thought that it was a Murti in that way. So it was really something. And I remember, Mataji, I think my wife and other Mataji met you. My wife actually was non-initiated on Kalpana. Kalpana and Achita Mataji, they met you in East of Kailas, 2005. She was sharing that, yeah, so she was saying that when you spoke with her, like, I'm going to work, like, 10 years, then I'll dedicate, like, full time in Krishna consciousness. She was sharing, like, talking about Guru Maharaj, very inspiring, from His Holiness Radhan Maharaj at the time. We initiated now, so she knows that. Thank you again, Mataji, keeping that spirit of devotion, really dedicating in that mission is really wonderful to see.
And I had my plans. I really had my plans. So in 2016, I gave up everything and I'm a full-time devotee in the temple. So morning, evening, afternoon, everything I am in, just serving. I keep on just giving classes and serve. Of course, I do many practical services in the temple also. I have my services on every, Tuesdays, on every Fridays, on every Sundays. Offlines also, I go to the temple and because I stay bang behind the temple. But like my whole time goes in this only, I don't have sometimes it's so back to back that again today I'm starting a new course in 18 days, 18 chapters. I'll just share the link for if somebody wants to join that WhatsApp group. In 18 days, I'll be completing 18 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. And it will be in English. English means first in English, and then I'll just translate a little in Hindi. Of course, the Hindi audience much know they know about English, but just some words here and there to just help them out. So, I keep on, manufacturing my own ways to keep myself engaged in Krishna consciousness. And already, I think there are 300 people who have joined that particular WhatsApp group almost. So I'll share the link with Ramachandra Prabhu in case somebody wants to. So this is evening 8:30 to 9:30. Could be your will be in the morning 10 o'clock time over there, maybe. Like if somebody would like to join, and maybe if somebody does not want to join, then there'll be recordings also available. They can actually, just refer to the recordings later on also.
You said it's starting today?
Yeah, today. Yes, yeah, today.
Please send us the link. I'll forward it.
Yeah, I'll send in the WhatsApp group link also and the joining link also.
Good.
Mataji.
Thank
you
you
so
so
much,
much.
Mataji. Thank you for your wonderful time. Everyone can offer obeisances with loud Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Please, we can thanks Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhudevach, Patitanam Pavnebhyo,
Patitanam
Vaishnavebhyo, Namo
Pavnebhyo,
Mahanta Koti Vaishnava
Namo
Ki
Namo
Jai, Sri Prabhupada
Namo
Ki Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.